I'm going to do a slow flow practice this morning, tonight, whenever you're doing it. So if you don't normally do slow flow, it might be quite a good idea to have a little try of it. It's a nice complement to your vinyasa flow. We do hold the postures a little bit longer, and it's more like meditation because you're moving really quite slowly with your breath. So the only thing you need, if you do have a yoga belt, have that. If not, just your dressing gown belt is fine, or just a normal belt. If it's a normal belt, be really careful that you don't hit yourself in the face with the buckle. Okay? So we start lying down. Get comfortable on the floor. So make sure that your lower back is long to the mat. You're tucked in. Either feet flat on the floor with the knees bent. If you're going to do that, walk your feet to the edge of your mat and just allow the knees to gently rest against each other. All legs can go long, but again, make sure the feet are a little bit wider than your hips. You're rocking the feet out to the side. And in both cases, make sure that your shoulders and your ribs are evenly placed on the mat and you're not resting too heavily over onto one side or the other. The hands are relaxed, the eyes are closed. And you're just going to start to bring focus to your breath. And just notice your natural soft rhythm of your breath. Take note if your inhale is longer than the exhale or vice versa. Observe if you're breathing shallowly from your upper chest. If you are, try to deepen the breath. Just allow the body to settle. Try to release the mind of any thoughts. If you do find thoughts start creeping back into your mind, just allow the thoughts to float in front of your eyes. And then with the next breath, see them drift off into the distance. The thoughts start creeping back in. Again, just allow the words to be in front of your eyes. Drain the colour away from the words. And let them fade away into the distance. Starting to bring the breath a little bit deeper down into the body. Bring a little bit of small movement back into your fingertips. And then place the hands on top of your tongue, just gently. And as you inhale, start to inflate and lift the tummy up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, the tummy softens and sinks back down towards your spine. So it may feel as though you're breathing in a completely opposite direction to the way you normally do. So it may take just a little bit of getting used to. So inhaling, inflating the tummy as though there's a balloon just behind your tummy button, lifting the stomach up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, allow it to soften, to sink back down towards the spine. And keep the belly breathing. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as the tummy sinks and settles towards the spine. Once you have this rhythm, try to even out the inhale and the exhale. So count how long it takes for the inhale, and then try and match it with the same length for your exhale. Keeping the counting going, it releases any thoughts from the mind. Keeping the focus on your belly breathing. Just for a few more breaths. It's allowing the breath to come deeper down into the body. After your next exhale, bring the hands back down by your sides and return the breath to your natural soft rhythm. Bringing a little bit of movement into the toes, into the fingers. Start to circle the ankles and the wrists. If the knees are bent, just slide the legs along so you can circle the ankles. Remember to take the circles in each direction. And then bring the feet together. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead and take a big body stretch, extending to the fingertips and the toes, pointing the toes towards the floor. Exhale as you draw the toes in, hug the knees to the chest, curl up into a tight little ball. Start to blink the eyes open. Lower the head. Lower the shoulders, have a little squeeze of the knees and a rock and a roll in a circle, round and round, side to side. And then pause in the centre. Bring the big toes down to the floor, take the arms out wide. If you haven't got a lot of space, then you can cactus the arms out, so bending at the elbows in line with the shoulders and the palms face up, or the hands can just come down by your sides, a little bit wider than your mat. Start to rock the knees from side to side, so just gently taking the knees from left to right. Keeping the head in the centre. Next time the knees are over to the left, take them over as far as you can, lift and turn the head to the right, and just allow the body to settle into the twist. Bring the focus back to your breath, and keep the breath even, so count the inhale and match it with the exhale. Bringing the knees and head back to the centre. Gently rock the knees from left to right, right to left. Next time the knees over to the right, allow them to come over as far as you can. Lift and turn the head to the left. Bring the knees and head back to the centre. Hug the knees in, have a little squeeze of the knees and a rock, and a roll and a circle. Pausing in the centre. Bringing the feet down to the floor, keeping the knees bent. Take your belt. If you haven't got a belt handy, that's fine. You can just hold on to the hamstring or the calf. But if you have got a yoga belt or just your dressing gown belt, that's fine. Right leg lifts up to the ceiling. Loop the belt around the ball of your foot. Make sure it's around the ball of your foot and it's not around the centre, because if it's on the centre it starts to pull on your ligaments. So make sure it's around the ball of the foot. Take the belt in each hand, lower back stays on the mat. Gently start to ease the leg in. This is more about activating the legs rather than getting a really deep stretch. So press the ball of the foot up into the belt at the same time as sinking the hip bone, the thigh bone back down into your hip. And you're just gently drawing the leg in and starting to feel the length on the hamstring and the calf. Again, go back to your breath and the exhale as you draw the toes in, and the inhale as you have a little release. Gather the belt into your right hand. Left hand comes up on top of your left hip and ground it down to the floor. As you exhale, take the leg out to the right. So the leg comes out to the side. And on your inhale, slowly bring it back to the centre. So it's a controlled movement. Exhale out to the side. And inhale back to the centre. Continue this with the pace of your own breath. So take the full length of your exhale, so the toes should come at their furthest point at the end of your breath out. And then start the breath in as you gently bring the toes back to the centre. Again, toes should be up high to the ceiling at the end of your inhale. And just keep this movement going. Making sure it's controlled, you're not throwing your leg out and back in. Keeping the left hip on the floor, don't allow the hip to lift so that your body rolls with the right leg. Both hip bones stay planted on the mat. One more exhale and one more inhale. And then pause in the centre when you're ready. Take your belt. Pop the left foot in again around the ball of your foot. Right foot comes down, knee bent. Hold on to the belt with both hands. Lower back stays grounded and gently ease the leg in. Again, using your breath. Inhale as you lift, exhaling as you gently ease in. Drawing the thigh bone back down into the hip, down into the floor. Gather the belt in your left hand, right hand on top of your right hip. When you're ready to exhale, leg goes out wide to the side. At the end of your exhale, start to bring the breath back in and the toes back in high to the ceiling. Exhaling as you take the leg out. Use the full length of the exhale and the full length of the inhale to bring the leg back in. Again, just keep this going with the pace of your own breath. So it might look slightly different to where my leg is, and that's fine. You just focus on your own movement, making sure it's controlled. One more exhale and one more inhale. When you're ready, taking the foot out of the belt, popping the belt down to your side, hug the knees into the chest and have a little rock and a roll, side to side, round and round. Pause in the centre. Roll forwards and back, tailbone to the top of the spine. And then roll all the way up to seated on your next inhale. Have your belt handy. Sitting up tall onto your sit bone, so remember, get the flesh out to the sides. The spine's long, the shoulders are relaxed. As you inhale, take the head back, chin goes high. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, take the head back, chin goes high. Exhale, chin to chest. One more inhale, take the head back, chin high. Exhale, chin to chest. Start to circle the head, big circles. Next time the chin's at the chest, breath in and out. And circle the opposite way. Next time the chin's at the chest, breath in and out. Slowly raise the head back to the centre. Take your belt. Wind the belt in. You want the belt wider than your shoulders, but not so wide that when we take the arms back, they can just flop down to the floor. So a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And start with the hands by the knees. Keep the belt really tight so the arms are active. As you inhale, lift up to the centre. As you exhale, draw the belt back, opening the front of the shoulders. Again, if it feels too loose, wind in a little bit. Inhale, lift. Keep the shoulder blades drawn down the back. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower. And you're going to just keep this going with the pace of your own breath. Exhale, draw back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to draw back. Inhale to centre. Exhale and lower. Remember, every time you lift, keep the belt tight. Every time you draw back, feel the openness on the front of the shoulders. Belt tight back to the centre. And keep the tightness in the belt as you draw back down. Next time the hands are high, pause at the top. And hold, shoulder blades down the back, keep the belt tight. Then left arm is going to go really heavy down towards the floor. Open out the right side of the body. Keep the head in line with the spine. Remember to keep breathing. Don't hold your breath when you're here. Inhale back to the center. And then over to the left. Inhale to the center. Opposite side, switch it over. Center. Last time, switch. So your bottom arm should be really heavy. Draw the top arm up and overhead. Back to the center as you inhale. Lift up and lengthen. Belt really tight and start to turn and twist to the left. So the left arm draws back, the right arm draws forwards. Hips stay square. Don't move from your hips. Next inhale, center. Exhale, right arm draws back, turn and twist to the right. Remember, keep your breaths as even as you can when you're here. Back to the center. We're going to start to change it. One breath, one move. So exhale, draw back. Inhale, center. Exhale, right arm draws back. And just keep this going with the pace of your own breath. So you twist on your exhale and bring it back to the center on your inhale. Once more to the left and once more to the right. Back to the center, shoulders down the back. Arms slowly down to your knees. Release your belt, just pop it off to the side and give the shoulders a little roll forwards and back. And then roll over the knees or sweep the legs round into tabletop. So separating the fingers, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, sink the tummy, lift the tailbone, lift the eye gaze up high, chest through the arms. When you're ready to exhale, scoop up and round and press up between the shoulder blades and just keep this going again. Use the full length of your inhale as you arch down, and as you exhale, scoop up, press up between the shoulder blades. One more inhale, one more exhale. Bringing it back to a flat back. Tuck the toes, bring the weight back into the heels, into the hips. Pressing through the hands, pressing through the toes. Lift the knees up and away from the floor. Into downward facing dog. Take any adjustments that you need to. So feet hip distance apart. Lifting the kneecaps, lifting the tailbone, but then sink the heels back down towards the floor. Scooping the belly up. Eye gaze back to your knees or your shins. Fingertips are separated. And again, back to your breath. Okay, you've got a couple of options here. Eye gaze forwards. First option is to float forwards into tabletop and just take a breath. And then exhale, take it back into down dog. Second option is to float forwards into plank. Slowly roll your body forwards, shoulders over wrists. Belly is drawn up, you're in a strong straight line. Exhale, take the weight back. And just keep this going. Either inhale into tabletop and a breath in and out. Then on your next exhale, take it back into down dog.
So inhale, tabletop or plank, hold. When you're ready to take it back into down dog, slowly sweep the weight back. Feel the weight shifting from your shoulders when you're in tabletop or plank to the hips and the heels when you're in down dog. Next time you're in down dog, hold still. And just soften the heels. Remember, you can take a break at any point. If you want to come down into child's pose, feel free to come down into child's pose. Give the wrists a little bit of a rest. If you're in child's pose, tuck the toes, lift the chest and bring it back into down dog. Then eye gaze forward, walk the feet slowly to the hands, forward fold, top of your mat. Let the head hang. Elbows are soft. Inhale, halfway lift, scoop the belly, flatten the back. Exhale, soften and fold, soft elbows, soft knees. Keep the weight in your right foot. Left foot sweeps up high to the sky into standard splits. And then exhale, sweep the leg down, flex the foot, and then imagine it can't quite touch the floor. So your leg was slightly shorter. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep down and let the foot hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep down. And just keep this movement going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. So you've still not thrown the leg forwards and back. It's a controlled lift and a controlled lower. Keeping the foot flexed. One more lift. Next time the foot's lowered, bring the foot down. Forward fold, soften the elbows, soften the knees. Halfway lift, scoop the belly, flatten the back. Exhale and fold. Take the weight into your left foot, right leg starts to lift, standard splits. Flex the foot. Slowly start to lower the leg down, keep the foot flexed. So you hitch on the hips slightly so the foot can't touch the floor and it's just floating over the mat. So it's got like a little pendulum. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly sweep down. And just again, keep this going. One more lift and one more lower. Bring the foot down when you're ready. Forward fold, soften. Halfway lift, scoop the belly, flatten the back. Exhale and fold. Step back into down dog. Big step back. Feel the length on the back of the legs as you step back. We're going back to the floating forwards, either tabletop or plank, but with a little bit of a variation in it. So we'll start with the tabletop. Float forwards, tabletop, right knee, right elbow, take it back into tabletop, hips up high. Float forwards, tabletop, left knee, left elbow, take it back. Into down dog, hips up high. So you can stick with tabletop or float forwards into plank. Hold. Right knee, right elbow. Take it back, plank, hips up high. Down dog, float forwards, again tabletop or plank. Left elbow, left knee to left elbow. Step back, hips up high, down dog. Remember your down dog in between, and again, just keep this going. Float forward as you inhale, right knee to right elbow. Remember your down dog in between. And then floating forwards again, tabletop or plank, left knee, left elbow. Stepping back and hips up high. Just keep this movement going again with the pace of your own breath. If you need to take a break at any point, take a break. Remember, keep the core strong. Keep tucking the belly button back towards your spine. Once more with the right, once more with the left. And then holding your down dog. Sinking the heels again, feeling the length on the back of the legs. Lifting the insteps, separating the toes wide. And then right leg up high to the sky, three-legged dog. Eye gaze forward, step the right foot through between the hands, big step through. Give it a helping hand if it doesn't quite make it all the way. Back knee lowers, toes flat. Check your alignment of your front knee, make sure it's in a straight line. So from your knee to your ankle, so if the heel's too far back, you're going to be pushing your knee forwards. And it's going to put pressure on your knee. So make sure you lift up, slide forwards until you've got your straight line. And then hands up high to the sky. Shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre and hands high. Hands come down, frame your front foot. Exhale, take the weight back and fold over your front leg into half, split. Inhale, bring the weight forwards. Hands up high, sink into the hips. Exhale, sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre, hands high. Exhale, hands come down, half split. Take the weight back and fold. Remember, you've got the extra option of flexing the front foot if you want to. It gives you extra stretch on the calf and the hamstring. Inhale, bring it forwards. Hands high, lift. Sink into the hips each time. Sink a little deeper into the hips. Sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre, hands high. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot and half split, take your weight back. Inhale, bring the weight forwards. Hands high. 3 more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Sweeping the arms back, remember, arms are active in arrow. If you get lost off, little quick glance just at the screen. Just trying to keep your breath as even as you can. Once you've done your 3 rounds, holding the hands high to the sky, sinking into the hips, shoulder blades down the back. Separate the fingers wide, so radiate the energy up and out through the fingertips. Sinking the hips a little bit deeper. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the back toes, step back into down dog, hips up high. This is normally when you feel it as you step back. And then one round of the float forwards, tabletop or plank, right knee to right elbow, stepping it back, hips up high, down dog, float forwards, left knee, left elbow, take it back, hips up high. Left leg sweeps up to the ceiling, eye gaze forward, step the left foot through between the hands. Back knee, gently down to the mat, toes flat. Check your alignment of your front knee to ankle and then rise up high, sinking down into the hips. So again, remember back benders, if you're pushing chest and ribs forward, you need to scoop them back. Shoulders down the back. Sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre, hands high. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot. Remember, glue everything to the mat. Half split and fold. Forehead towards your shin. Inhale, bring the weight forwards. And hands high. Exhale, sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot, half split, take the weight back, fold. Inhale, bring it forwards and hands high. So this is your last guided one, sweep round, arrow, press the palms. Inhale, lift to the centre, hands high. Hands come down, frame your front foot and half split. Sink back, fold. Remember, you've got the option of flexing the front foot if you do want more. Inhale, bringing it forwards and hands high. 3 more rounds, just at the pace of your own breath. Taking the poses just a little bit deeper each time. Once you've done your 3 rounds, again, holding the hands up high. Don't rush to get there if you're not quite finished your 3 rounds. We're going to hold this pose for a little while anyway. So you're just going to hold, and you're going to sink the hips if you're here, separating the fingers wide, shoulders down the back. Arms are active, so you're not losing the action out of the arms. You're scooping the belly button back, you're sinking a little bit more deeper into the hips, and you're still breathing. As you exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot, tuck the back toes, big step back, into down dog, hips up high. Give the legs a little walk once you're there. Soften the heels and 1 round. Float forwards into plank, this time left knee, left elbow, or tabletop. Step back, hips up high, down dog. Float forwards, plank, right knee, right elbow. Step it back and hips up high, down dog. Float down onto the knees, big toes together, knees apart. Sink the hips back over the heels as you reach the hands forwards into child's pose. Settling the chest, the forehead towards the floor. The spine's long. Relaxing the shoulders. right arm, threads underneath the left, and take a little turn and twist towards the left side. Relaxing the right shoulder. And thread the right. Left hand threads through. Sliding the hand along the floor, sinking the hips as far back over the heels as you can. Reaching the fingertips forwards. Unthreading the left hand, place it back to the top of your mat into child's pose. Walking the hands all the way into your knees, gently lift the chest. And then sweep the legs round in front. Have your belt handy. Onto your sit bones. Take your belt, only if you need it. Place the belt around the balls of your feet, not around the soles of your, not around the centre of your foot or on your toes. Wind the belt in, drawing the big toes back towards your nose. Starting to hinge from the hips and lead with your chest and your chin as you come forwards. If you don't need the belt, then holding onto the feet. So your thumbs are by the knuckle of your big toe and the rest of the toes are wrapping around the balls of your feet and you're drawing back and you fold. Remember, you can have a slight bend in the knees if the hamstrings still feel tight. And by using the belt, we're actually keeping the stretch in the hamstrings, so we're not just allowing the spine to collapse and you're rounding just to reach your toes. So this is not what you want. You don't want round shoulders and round back just so you can see you can touch your toes. You're better off with the belt, with a flat back, and the tailbone sending backwards towards the back of your mat. And you're feeling the stretch on your calves and your hamstrings. And again, follow your breath. Inhale and lift, exhale and sink. So it's more chest towards thighs rather than forehead down towards your shins. Obviously, if you do have a really deep fold, you might actually have both, and that's fine. As you inhale, start to unwind the belt, lift and the chest, take the belt just off to the side. Right sole of the foot comes to your left inner thigh. Reach the hands up high to the sky, extend again to the fingertips. Lead with your chest and your chin. Imagine you've still got the belt around the ball of your foot. When you're at your full stretch, hands to the floor or hands onto your leg. Again, the spine is staying long. It's extended. The head's in line with your spine. Left hand stays on the leg or on the floor. Right arm. Inhale and open and reach the fingertips behind you. Extend to the fingertips. Keep your eye gaze on your right thumb. Exhale. Sweep the arms forwards and deepen your fold without rounding the shoulders. And again, inhale, open out and extend and reach.
Exhale and start to fold forwards. Inhale, open out and extend and reach to the fingertips. Exhale and fold. One more. Inhale, open out and extend and reach to the fingertips. Last time. Exhale, fold, and just fold as deep as you can. And remember to breathe, reaching the crown of the head towards your big toe. Walk the hands in to inhale and switch legs. Right leg long, left foot comes to the inside of the inner thigh or the inner calf. Reach the hands up high to the sky, extend to the fingertips. Start to hinge from the hips, start to fold. When you're at your full stretch, remember hands to the floor or onto the leg. Crown of the head reaches forwards. Focus on your breath again. Right hand stays on the leg or on the floor. Left arm extends back and open the chest. Collarbones are broad. Exhale, hinge forwards and fold. Inhale, open out, extend to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale. So a slow movement and an extension to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forwards. One more time, inhale and open out. Exhale and fold and sink. Crown of the head reaches forwards towards your big toe. Inhale and walking the hands in, lifting the chest. Left leg long to the floor. This can be either tabletop with knees bent, fingertips point back towards the back of your mat, or legs can stay long for a reverse plank. Wherever you are, pressing down through the hands, scoop the belly button back and start to lift the hips up and away from the floor. Eye gaze just looking towards your knees to begin with. If there's no issues at all with your neck, you can look up to the ceiling or look up and over towards the wall behind you. Once you're here, keep squeezing your bum tight. Keep breathing, try not to hold your breath. Eye gaze comes forwards towards your knees. Gently start to lower the hips. Slide the bum forwards, bend in the knees. If you want to pop an extra layer on before you come down to the floor, feel free. Have your belt handy. Arms either out in front or you can hold on to your hamstrings as you gently roll yourselves down to the mat. Scooping the belly button back, keeping the chin to the chest and take it really slow as you come down. Once you're all the way to the floor, hug the knees to the chest, have a little rock, have a little roll. And then pause in the centre. Lift the legs up high to the sky. Now you can do this with or without your belt. So the belt again will go around the balls of the feet, hold on to each side of your belt. Drawing the big toes in, allowing the lower back to lift. As the legs come in a little bit closer, you might want to wind the belt in a little bit closer. If you're not using your belt, holding onto your hamstrings, your calves or your ankles or feet. And again, focusing on your breath.
Slowly releasing the stretch. Taking the belt or the hands up off the toes or the legs. Holding onto your right leg. Left foot stays long and active. Foot flexed as though you're standing on the skirting board. Gently ease the right leg in. Lift the head, lift the shoulders, scooping the belly button back. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Releasing the right leg and switching it for the left. Lead with the heel as the right leg comes down. Don't let it touch down. Float it over the floor. And then switch again. Each time maybe bringing the heel closest to the floor, a little bit closer, or the shin a little bit closer towards your forehead. And switch again. Switch to the right leg. Keeping both feet flexed so the legs are active. Last switch to the left. And then lower the shoulders, lower the head. Bend the knees, hug the knees to the chest. Have a rock side to side, round and round. Rock side to side of the shoulders. And then pause in the centre. Bring the big toes down to the floor. Sweep the arms out to the sides again, or cactus the arms. Rocking the knees from side to side. Start to soften the breath, keeping the head central. Next time the knees are over to the right side, just allow them to come over as far as they can. Lift and turn the head to the left. If you want one last stretch on the hamstring, top leg goes long, so your left leg is long but low to the floor, and then sweep the toes along the floor, or after floating away from the floor, just sweep them up towards your right hand. If the right hand can hold the leg, hold on to your leg. Allow the breath to be soft. If the top leg's straight, start to bend the knee again, bringing the knee and the ankles together. Knees and head back to the centre. A rock of the knees from the left to the right. And next time they're over to the left, allow them to come over as far as they can. Lift and turn the head to the right. Again, top leg can go straight. Sweeping up towards your left hand. Allow the breath to be soft. Bringing the head, the knees back to the centre one last time. Hugging the knees to the chest. Having a little rock, side to side, round and round. And then pausing in the centre. Lifting the head, lifting the shoulders, curl into a tight little ball, closing the eyes. Keeping the eyes closed, lower the shoulders, lower the head. Arms come down by your sides with the palms face up. Stepping the feet down one at a time to the floor.
sure the tailbone is long. Knees can stay bent, but walk the feet out to the edge of your mat and then rock the knees together. Or legs long to the mat, but rock the feet out to the sides to relax the knees and the hips, the inner thighs. And then bring the focus to your breath. But just notice how soft it is. With every exhale, the body just softens a little bit more down to the floor. Make sure you're relaxing behind the eyes. The jaw's soft. The body's still. And the mind's calm. Slowly starting to bring some small movements back into your fingers and into your toes. Stepping the feet in and resting over onto your right side.
keeping the eyes closed. Pressing down through your left hand to lift yourself slowly back up. Coming to seated. Sitting up tall, keeping all the length and space you've created in the spine. The arms are relaxed. Taking a breath in and out. Next inhale, extend the arms up high to the sky, bringing the palms to touch. Exhaling as you draw the hands down to your heart center. Taking another breath in and out. Keeping the calmness in the body as you gently blink the eyes open. Namaste. See you next time.